14 hours of manual labor under a direct sun yields two things for this farmer and his son: dry earth and hollow stomachs. They are trapped in a cycle that demands total physical exhaustion just to maintain a state of hunger. This chart maps their daily survival. The left axis shows physical output, labor hours pushed to the human limit. The right axis shows the result, a caloric deficit. They are spending more energy to work the land than the land can provide in nutrition. The surrounding village enforces this math. Neighbors look at their worn clothes and dry fields, insisting some people are simply born to the dirt. They treat poverty as a biological trait rather than a circumstance. The barrier here is more than financial. It is the daily repetition of a narrative that says their struggle is permanent, conditioning them to accept a small, hungry life as their only possible future. But the son chooses a different path. He makes a silent, absolute vow. He will accept his own physical and social collapse if it means his parents can live their final years with dignity. To pay for this, he strikes sleep and comfort from his life. He stops seeking the company of friends and begins treating his own body as a machine to be used until it breaks. This illustrates the mechanism of asymmetrical devotion. By placing the weight of personal destruction on one side of the scale, he generates enough force to lift his entire family's future. It is an economic trade where the currency is his own well-being. This choice creates a massive gap. On one side is a boy sleeping on a dirt floor. On the other is the specialized knowledge and resources required to lift two people out of a generational trap. During the day, he remains in the fields. He has to. Without that back-breaking labor, his parents don't eat. He works the baseline just to keep the lights from going out. At night, when the house goes pitch black, he moves to the roadside. Sitting under a public street lamp, he spends his remaining energy studying discarded trade manuals and logistics reports he scavenged from the city. After months of 2-hour sleep cycles and minimal protein, his body begins to fail. His movements become sluggish, and his concentration wavers as his system begins to consume its own muscle for fuel. His social world disappears. His friends, seeing no immediate payoff from his late-night studying, stop calling. When his small cache of savings runs out, he is left completely alone with his books and the dirt. He realizes that raw, unthinking hard work only leads to a faster collapse. To change the outcome, he needs a mechanism that doesn't rely solely on his own physical endurance. Even at his lowest point, he refuses to surrender. He views the village's expectation of his failure as a data point, not a destiny. He notices a gap in the local market he's worked in his whole life. While the farmers struggle, middlemen are profiting by managing the transport he studied under the street lamp. His small idea is to use his knowledge of regional price fluctuations to organize a direct-to-market collective for his neighbors. This flowchart details the pivot. He uses his labor to secure the first transport run, taking a tiny commission in inventory. He routes every gain into the next shipment, bypassing capital. These small commissions compound, growing into a self-sustaining network of interconnected transport nodes. This wasn't luck. It was the deliberate application of information to a problem everyone else was trying to solve with a stronger back. The collective expands beyond the village, then the region. Within 5 years, the son's logistics model is being used across the country, transforming him from a laborer into the architect of a national supply chain. The data shows the result. For years, the line is flat, the period of sacrifice. But once the model hits a critical mass of users, the growth becomes exponential, moving from a single village to a national footprint. Now, the villagers change their tone. The same people who mocked his late-night studying now claim they always knew he was different, rewriting their own memories to claim a part of his success. Society likes to align itself with winners. By claiming his success was inevitable, they can ignore the years of hunger and isolation that they watched him endure without offering help. The vow is fulfilled not through a grand gesture, but a quiet change in reality. His parents move out of the mud-walled hut and into a home with a stone foundation and a roof that will never leak, finally safe from the seasons they spent their lives fearing. He then funds a school in the center of the village. It is designed to provide the same books and trade data he had to scrounge for, ensuring the next generation doesn't have to wait for a street lamp to learn how to escape. The journey proves that ambition doesn't belong to any specific class of people. It is a neutral force, available to anyone willing to trade their current comfort for a different future. A person's geography provides the first set of coordinates, but the final destination depends entirely on the decision to stop following the path everyone else has laid out. The most lasting changes aren't made by those seeking their own names and lights. They are built by those willing to endure the dark, using their own lives as the bridge to carry others into the light.